Everybody, one of my favorite add-ons ever in all of Flightsim life is FSRealistic. FSRealistic brings the most great little sound effects, background sounds, passenger sounds, and all kinds of things that you're going to need to enjoy your flight. Default sound effects are very poor in general, especially when it comes to touchdown, rolling, wind, and other noises. I have FSRealistic running right now in my background here. It's in the system tray. And just wanted to show you some of the options that comes with this great program. It just runs in the background. It's very easy to install, and you'll get a whole host of great sound effects to run all the time. I can't live without it. Let's just take a quick gander at this. Airframe airflow is one of them. That's very simple. As you move controls abrupt, you're going to hear different sound effects. Some aircraft I like that, and others I don't. Ignore the lost connection. I'm in a hotel here, which is terrible for Wi-Fi. Airport ambiance I usually have turned off. That's a lot of background sounds. I don't really particularly like that one. Auto speed brake is very important. In all the jets I fly, when you land, you're going to get a nice automatic deploy sound. Blade slapping is purely for helicopters. I don't use that now. Brakes is very important. I like brake sound number 1. When you have a sound that you want to have, you can certainly hit preview and listen to it. I'll just turn it up to maximum here and you can listen. And that's very loud. I like to have it at a level about like that. And so if you stomp on your feet, you're going to, in the background, get a little bit of brake sound. But what that sounds like to me is more of a runway grooved pavement sound on deceleration. Breathing. You may get some breathing noises increasing during high G loads. Cabin ambiance is one thing that's playing right now. Here's some people talking in the background. There's nobody actually sitting back there right now, but you're going to hear them anyway. As you look around, you can hear people babbling and talking. And sometimes I'll just shut that one right off if it's too annoying. Clear prop, obviously for a propeller engine start when you're going to yell out the window. This is a turboprop, you're not going to yell anything, so I have that off. Cockpit ambience again, this one's a good one. I have it off at the moment, random sounds from someone next to me. It's pretty good actually. Sometimes you'll get sneezes, which is pretty frightening. Always happens at the wrong time and it makes you really jump. Paperwork, shuffles, and other things. Right now I just have it off. I kind of got tired of the extra drama. Crash screaming is a fun one. I don't ever plan to crash, but if you do, for some reason, go upside down or have an upset, you're going to hear some noises from the people behind you, and they're not going to be too happy about it. Engine start sounds, I have those off. Again, because I fly mostly jets and turboprops, but you may get some various engine airframe vibrations and sounds, which is well worth it for using a Cessna or something else like that. Engine vibrations I do like. That brings somewhat of a vibration to the panel during acceleration and stable RPM. Let's take a look here and see if you can notice it when I power up this aircraft. There's a little vibration right there. So you do see it. It shakes the panel just a little bit. It's kind of nice to have. First person point of view is an experimental effect outside walking. I don't use that one. Flaps drag, I will use that somewhat. And you're going to hear a rumbling sound when the flaps are used. Just like that. I like rumble sound number 3. There's quite a few choices, but 3 is the one I kind of like the best. Flaps lever. For some reason I love this one. I'm kind of obsessed with it. You can listen to it here. Louder and louder. Flap set 4 there. 1. Just a little click. 2. Nice little detent. And 3. 3 is a good one as well, so I'll stick with 3 for now. Flap stress. Externally, you'll get some shaking sounds when you overspeed the flaps. Let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, I don't really like that one, so let's see what else might be better. Probably a rumble 7. Yeah, maybe. And I'd bring it down. It's a little too loud. But I do like the motion when your flaps are being stressed or you've got flaps down at a higher speed. So I'm going to keep it just like that. Float splash. I'm not flying a float plane, but if you did, you can customize all that. G-forces, that's a little bit of motion, added motion acceleration to type style. That's a good one. Gear drag is one that I have used a lot of. Let's see what this one sounds like today. Not really fond of that. I think the one I really like is Rumble 6, and I usually keep it down a little more dim than that. But depending on your indicated airspeed and so forth, you're going to get more noise or less sound. That's a good one to have as well. That's one that default aircraft never seem to have, is gear drag. Ground effect is just a lot of wind under the wings. I don't know if any aircraft, unless it's very light and quiet, would you ever hear that. So I have that one shut off. Ground roll is like the most important one in the entire add-on to me. A lot of vibration and runway motion is required here. I'll turn up to 100%. Taxi sounds and runway sounds. A lot of different rattles and noises. 3 and 7 are my two favorite, based upon a lot of experience. I'll just make it extra loud. That's what the taxi sound is like, varying speed. And runway sound, let's take a look at that as well. Actually, that's, let's see, runway 7. And I'll turn this one down for the preview. So that's that one, and taxi sound a little bit different as well. So I'll put those on about, I don't know, maybe a quarter of the way or so. But that's a good one. Landing applause, very annoying. I have that off. Low altitude turbulence, I have that as well. That's a beta effect. Thermals and such, I think it's overdone. Over G is a G-force effect, and I kind of like it. Heavy breathing and such for a jet fighter. Over speed by aircraft vibrations, I do hear that one occasionally, although I really never speed too much. And prop wash, that one is neat for small aircraft, biplanes and such. You get some elevator and rudder, flutter movements and vibrations. Verse thrust, another very important one. Most jets use 2, 3, or 4. I use reverse 1, which is the turboprop sound. And let's take a listen to that as I go into reverse right now. Let's do that for a second. All right, you get the lights over here. Prop pitch in reverse, and as it winds up, you're going to hear it kick in a little bit more. There you go. So that's a good one to have. And for the jets, I particularly like reverse number 3. Scary ride, kind of fun and silly, but usually don't do a lot of aerobatics with a large cabin aircraft. Sneezing, here's that sneezing effect. I have that off because it always interrupts at the wrong time, and it makes me jump, actually. Speed brakes drag, important as well. Preview that. Nice little rumbling sound. If speed brakes are extended in a jet that requires it, I like that one. Stall buffet. Nothing there in particularly different, but just shakings. And you could hear it, certainly. Kind of cool. Kind of neat. Sound effects I like, actually. Stick shaker. I don't really use that one. That's another option. Toilet flush. I have that off for obvious reasons. That's also frightens me. And touchdown. Touchdown is really cool, but lately I've had it off. Seems like it's a little bit too loud sometimes, and I've been experimenting with that. But if you want to have it, you could have a lot of motion and a sound and preview it right there. Sometimes love it, sometimes I hate it, so I never know. Right now I'm having it off because this particular Flight FX aircraft comes with its own touchdown sounds. So I have the touchdown main is off as well. But certainly vibrations can go a long way. Yeah, general turbulence, that's an added one. I like shakings number 3. It's pretty good. You can see some motion there and such. Range of smoothness or range and movement as well, so I like that one. Use that forever. Wheel well noise, that comes when you're retracting the gear. You're going to hear some spinning and thumping until the snubbers slow the wheel down. Wind ambience, that's outside. I don't use that one at all because when I'm outside I don't want to hear a lot of extra ruckus even if the aircraft is shut down. But windshield wind is important, certainly. A lot of default aircraft don't come with this at all. Take a listen. It's important. As you get faster in speed, it's going to get louder. You can move your airspeed up or move your airspeed down. So I kind of like 5. Sometimes I like 3 better. Just depends on which aircraft I'm in and what I think it might sound like. But For the most part, 5 seems to work pretty good. So those are the sounds. FSRealistic is ready, and I'll give a demo flight on that one next. Enjoy.